Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
This week, I am drinking another Gorgie. This one is the peach tea. I haven't even taken a sip yet.
I'm also doing one.
Oh, they should be our new sponsor.
I know, and we're like matching.
We
This
are.
is the sparkling mango burst. You haven't done this one, have you?
No, I usually don't like mango flavored things. I like mangoes. I don't like mango flavored
Like
things.
it's pretty good. Yours is yours green tea?
Yeah, it has white tea and green tea in it.
Yeah, I had a Sprouts just open by me, and they have a ton of these, and I think I'm gonna go on Friday and pick up
Mhm.
more because I haven't drank one so far that I didn't like.
Yeah. No, they've all been good. And even this one, like sometimes when you get a sparkling tea, it's kind of weird because tea is not sparkling. But no, this one's good too. I enjoy
And
it.
these don't have like no aspartame, erythritol, or sucralose.
Yeah.
So they're sweetened with like a derivative of the stevia plant. So not like your typical stevia. So if that's something you're worried about,
There you go.
Gorgie sponsor us.
Yeah. Gorgie and Ninja and Poppy. Those are like our top. Please
Literally.
sponsor us.
Give us something.
Yes. This
Just
week, we're going to be talking about why tracking your food might be necessary. And I mean, your experience might be a little bit different, but I feel like for me, becoming a dietitian, like I started off with like, we don't really need a track. But what I am finding is that once people have that balance, they're often under eating. So then I started tracking, and at first I was hesitant because I feel like I just wanted to be this like people pleaser of I want everyone to be excited to work with me, and everyone got annoyed to do tracking.
yeah, and I
And
don't want to make anyone's life hard.
yes. And I would say the past 6 months, I have been having more and more people start to track. Now, the thing is, I don't have everyone track, but what I really was thinking about was I personally track on occasion. I don't track every day, but I track when things are feeling off, which I've been doing this week. I was eating like 150 grams of protein and over 100 grams of fat.
You're like, I feel a little sluggish, maybe.
Yes, exactly, which is why I was tracking.
Hmm.
My carbs were like 100 grams below what they needed to be at. So we've been making adjustments this week, and you would be shocked about, wow, I feel better.
Who would have thought? Yeah. Well, and this is what I tell people. It's very dependent on the person, right? Because the typical people that we work with, I feel like in metabolism makeover are women who've like done the tracking thing, they've done all the dieting things, they're exhausted, they just want to learn how their body works. And I love having everybody do that because I think
Yes,
for a long-term weight loss, that's what you need. You need to know like what the heck am I eating? Why am I eating it? How do I know if I need to adjust? And once people kind of get to that point,
like that's
there are
step one.
certain yeah, that is step 1, and there are a certain amount of people who can totally just be fine on that and reach their goals like that, and then there's another group of people who I'm like, "Yeah, I think we need to just spot check because something is definitely off." Especially if you're like, "I'm not feeling great, I'm not seeing results, I don't have energy, I feel puffy."
Mhm.
Okay, well, then we need to spot check because you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly, and I think that's an important piece. I have a lot of people on reverse dieting. To be
Mhm.
honest, you can't successfully reverse diet without tracking. Like 100% honest, you can't do that. And a lot of people do need a reverse diet. And because I don't like making people mad and I don't like people's life to be harder, I'm like, okay, so what is the actual issue with tracking? Because if you want to get these results, if you need to build up to maintenance and you need to do a fat loss phase, you need to know what you're eating.
Mhm.
And so as I like track for myself, I'm like, you know what? It's honestly not that bad to track. Like it takes me maybe a minute to log a meal. The thing that I think that gets in people's way is the relationship we have with tracking. I just had this conversation with one of my clients where she's worked with me for 2 years. She did not track for the first year and a half. She lost, I think, about 22 pounds.
Okay. Yeah.
Been on a little plateau. She works out 4 times a week. I was like, let's track. She was eating about 1,500 calories. Her needs are closer to 2,100 calories. So I was like, man, there it is. And
Yep.
so we're reverse dieting her. And we talked about tracking. We talked about our goals. And this is probably week 6 of her reverse diet, and she's working up to maintenance. She has lost weight. She's like, my
Mhm.
workouts are actually going a lot better, and I'm able to go up in weight. I'm like, yeah, you have more fuel in the tank. But what she was really talking about was the relationship that has changed with tracking. She's like, before I would do a diet and it was like you would track, but all you felt like all day was like, how much do I have left? Or you
Yeah.
felt starving, you were just hungry. And it was just like you were tied to these numbers where she's like, now I'm having trouble getting enough carbs in
Yeah.
because she knows what she actually needs. And a lot of these programs, or even some of these like macro calculators or these tracking apps that just give you these numbers, sometimes they can be a little off and they have you under eating. Like, I think one told me, I was just playing around with it. I was like, oh, I'm just going to tell it I want to lose 10 pounds. I don't actually want to lose 10 pounds, but I was like, let's just see what it said. And it had me eating like 1,300 calories. I was like,
It does that because it's just a calculation. It's
yeah,
just an algorithm of like,
it
in
doesn't know
theory,
you.
yeah, 3,500 calories is what a pound is. So if you minus 500 a day for a week, that's 3,500. So then it's just going off of that. So if you want to lose more than a pound a week, it is a more deficit. If you want to lose less, it is a little bit less. But it's not taking into account like your BMR or what your activity level really is or your metabolism or any like thyroid issues, any of that. And so I think when people start tracking, they're doing it like with good intentions and then it becomes a really negative tool. And I've had women who are like, I will never track again a day in my life. And that's fine. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's all about your intention. And if you've had a really negative experience with it because it's been making you undereat, it's looked at like, oh, I can't eat anything else for the rest of the day because I met my calories, or like it's this negative thing. You're not going to want to use it again until you know how to use it in a proper way. Because when you use it in a good way, most of my clients as well, same thing. They're like, oh my gosh,
It's not that bad.
this isn't that bad. Like, I'm actually like, I need to eat more. Like, oh, okay, this feels really good. And I know there are people out there who are drastically overeating. I get
Yes.
it. The majority of our clients, at least, I don't think are. We work with a lot of women who have been trying to lose weight for a very long time. The majority of them, I'm like, we need to actually eat more. You need a reverse
Mhm.
diet. You need to track your food so we can make sure you're actually eating enough.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing an uptake in low carb intake where we're not eating enough carbs. We're doing really good on protein. I mean, look at myself included. Like, I teach these things and I was overeating on protein by like 20, 30 grams a day and under eating my carbs.
Yeah.
And so I think the other issue too would be a lot of these programs, or when you're just tracking, like your whole focus is just tracking. Where when
Mhm.
you're working with us, this is just your tool because it's helping us see, okay, where are you actually? It can help us troubleshoot. So, like, are you eating enough protein to support your muscle? Are you having too many calories to get to fat loss? Are you having too few of calories or carbs that's causing inflammation and fatigue and cravings and poor workouts? I have one of my reverse dieters right now. We're increasing her carbs. That's everything else is pretty good right now. We're mainly focusing on carbs. She's lost 2 pounds each week.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's inflammation going on, but also your metabolism picking up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a
Your
good
thyroid
sign.
work.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
And especially, I do think it's important to track on the weekends
This is what
because,
gets people.
yes. And they're like, well, I don't know how to track it. Like, we went out to eat. I'm like, track something close.
Yeah.
Because if you're having these huge discrepancies from a Monday to a Saturday, and every weekend you're under eating even more, or you're overeating by a ton of carbs, like your body's gonna have a very hard time getting into a successful fat loss phase. So I
Yeah.
think it is important to also track on the weekends. And again, healing that relationship with tracking, but also realizing we aren't teaching you tracking to do this for your life. Like, the tracking isn't the protocol. The
Mhm.
eating of the food is the protocol. The tracking is just a check-in. So you're not tracking your whole life away. You're tracking for a period of time
Yeah.
because, like, reverse dieting phase, for example, like, you're going to work up to your maintenance needs. and then you do a fat loss phase, and then it kind of depends. Like you might need to go back up to maintenance. You could maybe stay at a fat loss phase a little bit longer, but you're not tracking the rest of your life because eventually when you follow a solid protocol that gets you results, you're gonna get to your goal weight, and yeah, you just maintain. Then you just kind of do the same thing every day. When you have the same needs all the time, you get an idea of what you need to eat, and then you can
Yeah.
still randomly spot check.
Yeah. Yeah. When needed. Like, for example, you like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit off. Okay. Let's spot check.
Yeah.
You should be looking at it as like this is a skill building phase, especially if you have the mindset of I want to reach a healthy weight and just maintain it and be done with this yo-yo dieting, trying new fixes, all this. It takes a little bit of work
That is
to
true.
get yourself to that place. And
Mm-hmm.
so look at it as like I'm building a skill. Like what the heck is a portion of protein actually look like? Like what meals put together in a certain way actually like keep me full, what makes me feel good. Like you again, you don't know what you don't know. And you have to be willing if you want to get out of the yo-yo phase to bring on new tools when it's necessary. And I would say for a lot of people it is necessary to kind of track, am I actually eating enough?
So it will take that work at the beginning, which I think that's where maybe I kind of failed a little bit, where I was like scared to give you the work because I know you're already stressed out. But if you put in this work now, your timeline is going to be a lot shorter. You're going to reach your goals quicker. Like I see it happen all the time. And like Brianna said, like if you're like, I absolutely cannot track, okay, like we get a different approach. Your timeline might be a little bit slower, but you're in more of a flexible, not so much a focus phase. And I think that's okay. Um, but I think it's too, it's like establishing like what's that tracking relationship, like what's going on there. I think that can help to decide like, okay, if we're only eating 1,200 calories, like let's look at these numbers. Sometimes having that data can help us be like, oh shoot, I really do need this. And the amount of messages I get when people are like, I'm still so confused how I'm eating more and not gaining weight. I'm like, because our bodies are not the plus and minus math equation that we are taught.
That's a very simplified
Yes.
way of doing it. And it works for some people, and it works for people in their early 20s, like college, and then it doesn't work again. For the majority of people, especially if you're a female or you've had kids and life
Yeah.
is just lifing, you need to figure out a little bit more. And it's I think we meet people where they're at, and I'm always gonna have that baseline of, like, I'm gonna teach you how your body works and what food is and how to adjust it based off regardless of, like, the numbers.
Mhm.
And I think what we do well is we baby step it.
Yeah.
Because I have someone now who finally today was like, "Okay, I'm ready for this." And there's strategic ways to log your food where you're not doing it 24/7. Like there's a lot of different ways to use it. But she now is like, "Okay, I'm ready for this." And when we first met, she was like, "I'm not even going to take a picture of what I'm eating."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, well we okay, we're going to baby step." And now she's like ready. So we build you up to do it because
Yeah,
odds are you
I don't start people there, especially if I can tell you're already under eating. Like if you're skipping a meal, you're already under
yeah,
eating. If
yeah.
you're having cheese and crackers for lunch, you're probably under eating. So that's where, yeah, we have to build these blood sugar balancing plates first. We can eyeball it at first, but then this kind of takes you to the next level to really reach your goals. And you got to fix that relationship with tracking before utilizing it too, because it is just a tool. It's not the whole protocol. And I guess, should we announce what we're doing today?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, I have created a course, and basically, I am taking like everything that I do with my one-on-ones, but also being like, you're gonna have to put in some work here, and how I've approached things myself, putting it all into a course, and I'm bringing Brianna on with me. So we're tag teaming this course for you guys, and we're hosting a workshop. So when this episode airs, it'll be Thursday, February 12th. And so I am actually hosting a free workshop this/that evening on February 12th at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you're listening to this in the morning, you can still sign up, but it's going to give you an introduction as to what our process is. And Brown and I work very similar together. We've been talking a lot as we've been building this course out, because I don't want it to be like, this is what Bailey told me, this is what Brianna told me.
Yeah.
We are pretty cohesive how we approach clients. We game plan a lot of clients together. That's why I wanted to bring her on. We work very well together. I mean, we've been doing this podcast, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Oh, this year, 3 years.
It might be 3 years.
Oh my.
Come on.
That's crazy.
5.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna take on this course together and walk you through, and part of it is going to be some tracking. Now, it's broken down in 4 phases. Tracking doesn't come in till phase 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we're not throwing you into it.
So we have a workshop if you want to join. Brianna, when are you doing yours?
I'm gonna do mine the week of the 16th.
Okay.
So I think a week after yours, the morning of February 19th. So we'll have an evening one, we'll have a morning one.
And we'll both send out replays too. But it's going to give you an introduction as to how we work, and we're going to go over what your metabolic minimums are, because we have to start there. That's where it's like reverse dieting. Like, there's lots of guidelines out there where everyone's like, hit your protein first. I don't necessarily approach reverse dieting in that way for everyone. I focus more on like, if you're getting protein in around 100 grams, even if your needs are 140, but if your carbs are only at 90 grams, I'm going to keep your protein at 100, and I'm going to work you up to 150 grams of carbs first, because I believe everyone needs at least 150 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
So throughout this course, basically, we're teaching you how we teach our one-on-one.
I think this would be good. I think the goal is just to build you up to really understand your body, your metabolism, how to lose fat, how to feel good, and how to stay there.
We want to help as many people as we can.
Yeah.
One-on-one is great, but I truly see a lot of great results with group, because so how the course is set up, you will meet with us every week if you would like to. Show up, don't show up, that's on you. But we're going to switch. So 1 week I will lead a call, 1 week Brianna will lead a call, but we'll both be on all the calls. So you can get some like coaching once a week from us. But what's great about this is that you're with other people that are also doing it, that are not dietitians. And as much as we can share, like, here's our real life, I feel like sometimes it can be hard to relate, because maybe you think we live in this perfect, we do everything right. We don't. But I think it helps to have people who are not the dietitians that you can bounce ideas off of, and that are working towards similar goals. And I mean, we're only 2 people. Like, maybe someone else has a really great recipe. Just because I don't share it doesn't mean it's bad. But right. I don't like steak, so you probably will never see me.
You're not going to see it. No, it's when you're in a group, I think the vibe is just so much better.
It's so fun.
Supported. Yeah, it's fun. You feel supported. You hear other people's struggles and questions, and you're like, oh wow, it's not just me. Okay, like, how are they doing it? What's been a win for them? Like, can I adjust things this way? It just is so much more community, and I feel like there's a lot of good energy with it. Whereas one-on-one is still great, but it's just like you and I, me and the person, we're chatting. Again, still great. There's a lot to be said with group programs, and so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, part of it is tracking. That's why we really wanted to do this episode today, just to kind of give you an idea of how our thoughts have changed. It's okay if you're like, fuck that, I'm not tracking. I'm not
doing it. Yeah.
Okay, that's not where you need to start, and that is okay. We will meet you where you are and then help you when you're ready. Like I said, I hardly have anyone that I start tracking. I tell people, like, if you want to track and you enjoy doing that, like, some people are like, I just don't want to remember what I had to eat, so I'm just going to like type it out for you every day. Yeah. Cool, do it. Yeah. But if you're starting out and it's super stressful, don't do it. So tracking can be helpful. It's all in how you use it. It's all in your relationship towards that tracking. And I've been having lots of conversations with it, and everyone's like, you know what, you're right. Tracking isn't actually that bad.
That we're gonna put a new twist on it. I promise you, it's not gonna be the you by yourself with my fitness pal trying to figure out 1,200 calories without figuring out macros or what meals are. Like,
And you can make it easy. Like,
yes.
I have my breakfast is pretty much the same every day.
Yeah.
So, like, I kind of already know that. Lunches are similar. Like, you can put in recipes. Like, a lot of times, I don't feel like anyone is having like a brand new dinner every single day for the next month. Like, you can put in recipes and just like pull it from your recipe bank. So, initially, it might be a little bit more work. But I was saying, like, if you are at nighttime scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Facebook, scrolling on Instagram, use that time to be a little bit more intentional, a little bit more productive. Use that time to like plug in some recipes. Plan out a little bit of your day for your meals tomorrow. But those are things we'll kind of help walk you through.
It'll be good.
Yes.
All right.
All right, everyone. We hope this kind of get your wheels turning as to a dive into tracking. I actually put a question box on this earlier this week on my Instagram, and it was really fun to have conversations. So let us know your thoughts on this episode. Send us a DM, and yeah, make sure you sign up for our workshop, the Macro Rise workshop. Like I said, with me, February 12th, 7 p.m. Central Time. Brianna is doing the next week.
February 19th. I'm gonna do 9 a.m. Central Time.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you can get RSVP'd and registered for that. And then we're going to kick off our course very soon. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.